Hello. I want to tell you one of the dream that God just recently sent me. I just woke up from it, and it had a really significant difference. Like it had a meaning to this dream. So I want to tell you, see what you think about it. Okay, in this dream, there was this guy. Okay, he was so beautiful in all his ways. He was so charming, romantic, convincing, and marvelous. Like the way he speech and talk, it's just so moving. Like you'll melt to him, yeah, and he's very convincing. He's like awesome. Like he's the bomb diggity, He was like, you know, of all the men in this world, of all the men that can do all the things, cannot updo what he could do. Like he could do some, to move a person's heart. Like to really convince them, or like whatever. So in this dream, he was trying to get with me. He was trying to like be really nice, and he was like buying me stuff. He was just constantly buying me stuff. Being so nice and sweet and so genuine, and he's just the whole thing. I'm like, dang, there's no such guy in this world that's like that. That's crazy. This guy is like the dream man of any woman. Like there, this guy is too, unimaginable, and like it's out there, out of this world. This guy was like out of this world. He was literally like, this guy doesn't really belong here. Like he's too real. He's too real to be real. So he was like, should really just, be nice to me. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I see that he's really nice to me, and like too nice to me. And then I went, I'd be nice to him back, So I went out and get him a smoothie and something to eat, And then all of a sudden, I was like, he's trying to get with me and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm yours. Like, I'm down. I'm yours, whatever. And the minute I said that, he changed on me. He was like 180 degrees. He was like smiling this to like that. Like, go down, girl. You my slave now, he was so crazy. He was like, you are gonna eat when I tell you eat. You are gonna sleep when I tell you sleep. You're gonna wear stuff the way I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna do that the way I tell you to do that. Okay, I was practically his slave. Okay, I was like unbelievable that he could have possibly changed that much in seconds after I accepted him, and he just go and trick me like that. He was like, he was all this, wonderful thing, and then a minute when I'm like, okay, I'm down, I'm yours, and he's like, girl, you are my slave now. You gonna do what I want you to do. You gonna sleep when I tell you sleep. You gonna eat what I tell you eat. You gonna do what I want to tell you to do. I was like, this fanatic dude gonna tell me what to do? Oh heck no! And all in that time, I was like, the dream was really weird. I became this really weird creature. I was like on the top, I was like human, and on the bottom, I like had these like, crab legs, or I don't know. And so he's like, you're gonna produce babies for me, and I was like, produce babies, and then all of a sudden there's these little crawdads, these little thing like from the mummy, those little insect, but they're like, they were coming out of me, or they were coming somewhere. They were like all over the place. I was trying to escape from this dude trying to entrap me and enslave me, whatever. I just ran for it. I was running from this guy as hard as I could. I ran so hard that I could fly. And so I was trying to like pull all this like this suit of nastiness of this okay, this crawdad, this, I was like wearing an outfit. I was trying to pull it out me. I was stripping out that belief, or I was stripping out that thing, so I get straight from all that nonsense, and I was flying. I ran away from him so hard that I like literally flow around the world. And what I saw was, this, it would look cartoon, this world. I was like flying around the world. The population was, decreased. There wasn't as much population anymore. The house was really beautiful, unison, and everything looked the same, and it looked perfect in unison, in order, and so and this guy, he basically, every woman on this earth, okay, was his wife, okay, everybody was his slave, okay, and he had like control over everybody, like, like he got this world under control. Like he was controlling, like remote control. You know what I mean? Like so these and then I saw two group of people. Okay, one group of people that had like everything. They had the good life and they had everything, but they just like emotionless, and they're just like they had everything, but they weren't. They were like demonic. They weren't happy. They had everything, but they weren't happy. And there was a small group of people. Okay, about 10%. Okay, the population was like 50 million. I don't know. Okay, and then it was a small group of people, like about 10% of the whole population. Okay, the small group was like happy. They were enslaved, like they were chained up, but they were happy. They were all cheerful. They're like hallelujah. They were just singing away. So they were going to somewhere, I guess, to this big office, or whatever. They were going doing something. So um I think this message was, sent from God, you know, the urgency of the time, because what I understand was this guy, okay, the guy in the beginning that was all incredible and stuff, okay, this guy is, I'm supposed to think that this guy is the Antichrist, okay, or the beast of the book, and it did said, okay, this guy, he was really, really convincing me. And I felt for it. And the minute I felt for it, he turned on me. All things I thought that was great and beautiful and all, beautiful was all lie and deceivement. I was like shocked of this thing that's going on and how he was like doing this madness, like what the heck? This was not what I expected. This is not what I called for. So I was, reading this, and God was telling me this. Okay, listen to this. Okay, okay. Then, if any, okay, then if anyone say to you, look, there's the Christ, or there, do not believe it. For false Christ and false prophet will rise and show great signs and wonder, and it will deceive many, if possible, even the elect's sake. Okay? See, I have told you this beforehand. Therefore, if they say to you, look, he's in the desert, do not go out. Or look, he's in the inner room, do not believe it. Okay? God put this phrase in here because he know a lot of people is going to fall for this movement, fall for his trick and plan, or whatever it is. And God's telling us, okay, even the Christian, even the elect one is going to be deceived by him. Okay, I got tricked in the dream, and look how I consider myself really like a Christ believing Christian, and I got tricked by him in the dream, and he just changed on me like that, and I was just trying to run away from him and hide into this good group of people. And so what I'm trying to say is, in the time, there was a group of princesses and a group of slaves. Okay. Right now, when you look at the people, you don't know if they're slave or they're not saved. They're going right or left, or if they have the mark of God or the mark of the beast. In that dream, I saw a precise division of the saved and unsaved, or the one that's voting for this team or that team. Because there is a precise division down there. I knew who's going to be on this team, and I knew who's going to be on that team. Okay, there was a big division down there. Like there was two groups. And so I guess the majority of the group, okay, was the one with living happy and had everything. I mean, they had the whole thing. They had the material. They had this life that I'm assuming they have the mark of the beast. They have the world, but they were emptiness inside. They were demonic and whatever. And the ones that did have the mark of the beast, they were in chains. They were about to go somewhere. I'm assuming they're gonna go and get beheaded or get in torment or get in something, because I'm telling you, this Antichrist or the beast, he's gonna deceive. He's gonna be very good at it. So God's giving me this dream to tell you guys, okay, pray that you don't get deceived, okay, because he knows the future. He knows a lot of people is worshiping him. Even Christians are worshiping this Antichrist and doesn't even know it, and thought he was God and everything. All I know, okay, the Bible states God is going to descend from the cloud, okay? Not unless if this guy descend from cloud, I'm not going to believe him, okay? God said He gonna descend from a cloud, and that's how I'm gonna believe it. Because Bible said God's gonna descend from the cloud. Okay, I don't care how much magic and wonder and things that this antichrist is doing. He's he's gonna show great signs and wonder, magic, and things that people are gonna worship this guy and think that he's like God. He's gonna do. He's very convincing, and like he would change hearts, and he would like melt you. He would very convince you, and you don't even know it. You bought him, and you don't even know. Like he's buying you, and you don't even know it. Like that's how severe it is. That's how severe this dream is, and the Lord told me, do not be deceived. Come on, we gotta be in prayer. After this happened, Christ is at the door. The rapture is about to take place right after this, because the Christian, I was asking God the other day, I'm like, Jesus, I'm really curious. Is the rapture going to take before, the prosecution of, are you going to be going through the prosecute or whatever? Okay, I'm thinking we might, according to this dream, we might have to go to the point that, I really don't know, but I'm assuming that we're in the beginning of putting on the mark of the beast, and it's getting gradually, like, it's getting, like, more rapid, people putting on the mark of the beast. They're chaining people. So, I'm just saying, because the Bible said after that, it's going to be the rapture. So, after this guy does wonder and people start worship him and stuff, boom! Okay, the sun and stars are going to turn dark, and then the sky's going to stroll back, and then lightning or whatever. And then that's when the rapture and all disaster hits, And then that's where they start enchaining the remaining Christian on this earth. They're going to enchain them, the ones that thought they were saved but weren't really saved. And, those Christians have, like, one last time to, like, really feel, whatever. So, God bless you guys. Be in prayer so that you don't be deceived. Amen.